Om Shanti, Morning Mulri, 3 July 2022. It's revised course of 10 January 1991. Baba says, with a balance of four authorities, become complete and perfect, like Father. Today, Bab Dada, the Almighty Authority, is seeing the special powers of all his children. In today's world, there are three special powers. One is the authority of religion, the second is the authority of government, and the third is authority of science. However, you Brahman souls have all four authorities. You have the first three authorities anyway, and as well as those, you also have a fourth authority, which is that of a elevated action. Today's world lacks this fourth authority, which is called authority of elevated action. You Brahmin souls are bringing benefit to yourself and to whole world through these four authorities. You clearly know that you all benefit to yourself and to the whole world through these four authorities. You clearly know that you have all these four authorities in you. Do you have all four authorities, or do you just have the authority of dharma, religion, or way of life? You have all four, do you not? The authority of religion means having a art of living, a life of constantly elevated happiness. This is called dharma. That is dharma. The authority of government means that as a bestover, you and your kingdom, that is your companions in action, experience a right to all attainments and contentments with a balance of love and power. A king means a bestover. Let there be the sound of wonder and contentment from everyone. This is the true authority of government. The authority of government means to have the art of governing oneself while interacting with others. The authority of science means to have the art of giving the experience of practical fruit through science or through its instruments. The authority of elevated action means to experience the instant fruit of action in the form of happiness and power. Along with that, to experience your future fruit to be accumulating. This is called the art of having the intoxication of the fullness of the treasure of action. Now consider whether you have all those four authorities in your life. The greatest treasure of all is the treasure of elevated action. If you do not have the treasure of elevated action in your life, then your human life is not an invaluable life, but a life like that of an animal. With which authority do you challenge the world? By saying that if they want to learn how to live, they they should come here and learn. You issue this challenge, do you not? Who has the greatest treasure? We have it. You say this with authority. The world has three authorities, whereas you have four. To have a balance of all four authorities is to have the stage of being complete and perfect like the Father. What will you do during the year of tapasya? Check these four authorities. With the support of all authorities, your seat of a constant stage will remain unshakable and immovable. One always does tapasya on a special seat. So, the four legs of the four authority will make the seat of a stable stage strong. They will constantly enable you to experience being carefree emperor. The emperor means one who always has a right, whereas a subject means one who remains dependent. So you are carefree emperor, not carefree subjects. You are governing yogis, not subject yogis. What is the visible sign of such carefree emperors? The greater the authority, the more respect they give to others. They don't just have authority. Someone with authority can be recognized by respect they give. You have just heard the sign of a worthy ruler is that there is a shower of flowers of contentment from everyone, that there are songs of wonder from them. Have you claimed such authority of government? First of all, check your close companions in action. Check your close companions in action, your physical senses. Do they always work under the order of myself, the soul, the ruler with love and power? That is, with love and law. Or do they only sometimes work in order? Do you move along under compulsion or do you work with love? Do you only superficially work with them or do you work with them in your heart? In the same way, look at your whole day's timetable, your relationships of action, karma, and your companions in action. Along with that, look at all the souls who come into connection with you. How many and to what percentage do souls remain content and cheerful with me? This soul, who has a right to the kingdom. This is the real experience of having the authority to rule. How will you check the authority of science? Physical instrument of limited science bring a limited experience of happiness and comfort. Your science is the power of yoga. Yoga is the greatest science of all. There it is instruments, sadhan, whereas here it is spiritual endeavor, sadhana. How far can you take yourself? The soul with the spiritual endeavor of your mind and scientists to go beyond the sun and mind and intellect. Limited scientists have not been able to reach the sun. How much time does it take you, unlimited scientists, to go beyond the sun and the moon with the spiritual endeavor of your mind and intellects? How scientists, how much does it cost? It is said of time. Time is money. It does not take physical money. It does not even take the money of time. How great scientist is. It gives pleasure through air conditioning and comfort and rest. Whereas with your special spiritual endeavor, you can experience the stage of coolness whenever you choose. You can also experience a form of life, a form of power. Whenever you choose, limited science is instrument in giving comfort for a short period of time, whereas you constantly remain in comfort. You sleep comfortably. You wake up after resting and you act peacefully and comfortably. Do you ever become restless? You become restless when you get off your seat. Otherwise, there is no mention of trace of restlessness. What else does science do? It provides instruments for entertainment. However, your mind never becomes unhappy that they need to be entertained, for you only becomes sad when you become slaves. So, do you become slaves? Do the sanskars of 63 births sometimes emerge? You have now become emperors. Have you have you not? So neither do you become a slave nor do you become unhappy. This is why your mind stays in pleasure. You stay in pleasure when you are in solitude, and you are also in pleasure when you are in a gathering. You constantly stay with the Father, the Master, who is the bestower of pleasure. Do you not? Or do you sometimes sulk? Don't ever sulk. Never turn your mind or your face away. So check yourself in this way as to extent to which authority of science stays with you eternally. The same applies to the authority of religion. Religion means the art of living an elevated life. This dharna is dharma. All of you are dharmatmas, righteous souls, and souls who perform elevated actions. Check and see. Do I lead a Brahmin's life? A Brahmin's life means one that is constantly free from thoughts based on vices, free from obstacles, free from performing sinful actions, and to constantly incorporeal while corporeal. This is known as having the art of living. It is a life in which there are no desires, where nothing is unattainable, and where you can you constantly sing the song. I have attained that which I was looking for. This is known as authority of religion. Now think, do I have all four authorities? Are all four legs are all four legs equal, or is one shorter or another longer than the others? Only when all four legs are equal you will remain unshakable. Otherwise there will be upheaval. So did you hear what Baba saw today? To what extent has each of you children accumulated all four authorities? You are the ones who live in happiness, are you not? If you are living out of compulsion, I am moving along. I have to move along. This is not called living. If you are sometimes alive and at other times dead, or if your breathing sometimes stop or sometimes becomes slow or sometimes fast, that is not called living. A sister was having some difficulty. Do you know how to put a full stop in a second, or does it take time? Science means to let the past be the past and to put a full stop. Science erases things, does it not? With the authority of unlimited science, put a full stop in a second. You have been given a golden chance to do tapasya, because in the final paper, the five element of natures and the five vices will come all together from everywhere to try and cause upheaval. Only those who remain unshakable in a second during huge upheavals will pass with honors. Do not think that at the end you will take the paper. Sitting in solitude somewhere, the paper is to be totally unshakable in extremely upheaval. This is the question that will be put to you. Therefore, practice it from now. External upheaval should not cause any upheaval in the mind. This is known as being a victorious jewel. Acha. Acha. To all the righteous souls everywhere who have the authority of elevated religion, to souls who are to souls who are embodiments of spiritual endeavor, who have the authority of unlimited science, to the souls who have the right of self sovereignty, with the authority of ruling, to the yogi souls who have the authority of elevated action, love, remembrance, and namaste to those in all four directions from Babdada, the father who makes you into carefree emperors. Babdada giving greetings to teachers. Acha. Today, the teachers have renounced their seats. So, as a result of this reunification, please accept special love and remembrance. It is the duty of teachers to make others move forward. It is good that you demonstrate this with your practical action. Therefore, congratulations for this. Acha. Many cards and letters have been received from double foreigners as well as from those in this land. Where are the cards kept? They are very carefully kept in the tiny container of heart, as well as the children who have sent special love and remembrance for the new year. Congratulations to all the children for the newness in every moment for the new year. Congratulations. Today become examples and show the world what the wonder of the stage of being Karmyogi is. Those who become examples receive extra marks in the time of their exams in Dharma. अच्छा, अव्यक्त बाप दादा meeting groups. You are easily experiencing an elevated stage by being in the Father's company, are you not? By experiencing the Father's company day and night, you will easily continue to have elevated experience because by being close, you receive power, just as you find it easy to remain close in corporeal form. In the same way, in the same way, the more continue to pay action to pay attention to the avyakt form, the more easily you will continue to experience that. All of you are constant yogis, are you not? You are those with the yogi lives. A life is for all time, not just for 2 hours. Once you have experienced the Father belonging to you and you belonging to Baba, how can you become separate? In a constantly yogi life, you experience suspense, super senses, joy, and bliss, and you do not even have to make effort for that. At this time, you are intoxicating, so Maya is not visible. When you return home, will you say, what can we do? It just happened. The stage of those who are constant is good. What else do you have that is elevated apart from that one Father? Firstly, you love something that is elevated, and secondly, you love someone who is lovely. So the loveliest and highest of all is the Father, is he not? So what else would you remember? Simply continue to check yourself every now and then. If the percentage is a little less, increase it. There will be there will be no margin for Maya to come. However, what happens is that along while moving along, your stage becomes ordinary and you think, I have remembrance anyway. I haven't forgotten Baba. However, while being ordinary, you move towards forgetfulness. Therefore, therefore, do not allow your stage to become ordinary. Maya does not have the courage to come in front of a powerful soul. Time is wasted when Maya comes and you then have to battle and the link is broken. Do not delude yourself thinking that you have the Father's remembrance anyway. No, but am I always an embodiment of remembrance? To be an embodiment of remembrance means to be powerful. Sometimes it is not big vices, lust, greed, anger, or attachment that come, but it is your own nature or your own sanskars that will make your stage ordinary. That will make your stage ordinary. Your speed should be good. The father constantly sees the children as elevated and has the pure desire to see you constantly elevated. Acha, all of you are those who perform elevated actions, those who have the authorities of elevated actions. You have accumulated a treasure store of elevated actions. For how many births will it last? How much have you accumulated? Will it last for the whole cycle of 21 births? Even after half the cycle, you will be worshipped. You become worthy of worship when you accumulate in your account of elevated actions. Look, even your last birth is so good. You have not become beggars, have you? You have dal and roti to eat. So just as your last birth is good, so your other births would not be of deep sorrow either. It is in comparison to the happiness that you had that you feel sorrow. but otherwise you do not experience sorrow. Acha. It is the luck of teachers that you have won lottery of serving. Everyone wins a lottery, but you gain a special lottery for serving. All of you are also happy to see the teachers, are you not? Or do you feel? Why are the teachers in the front? Those who place others in the front are themselves automatically in the front. Those who give regards to others definitely receive regard. This is an eternal law. To give means to receive, and to take means to lose. When someone tries to take and thinks I should receive regard, why are they not giving me regard? Then to chase around wanting in this way means to lose. Deities means those who give. It is good. The father is happy and the children are happy. So what else remains? Teachers are the happiest of all because they experience happiness when they see students. Acha. Blessing. May you be a constant bestower of happiness and finish all name and trace of sorrow with your soul conscious attitude and vision. May you be a constant bestower of happiness and finish all name and trace of sorrow with your soul conscious attitude and vision. Detail. The word of Brahmins is unique and their vision and attitude are unique. Those who have a soul conscious attitude and vision as they move along cannot have any name or trace of sorrow come to them. This is because there is sorrow when there is body consciousness. If you forget body consciousness and are an embodiment of soul consciousness, you have happiness and only happiness. Your life is full of happiness and becomes a life of giving happiness. You constantly sleep on a bed of happiness and are always an embodiment of happiness. Slogan. Look at yourself and remove all your weakness and you will receive God's love. अच्छा, Om Shanti.